News from Urban Broadcast Collective here, doing another Podbite on the fly here in Perth at the Planning Institute of Australia Congress. I'm here with Chris. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you here.
Yeah, so I'm actually a Perth local. I grew up here, spent the first 10 or 11 years of my career working in statutory and strategic roles here in Perth, City of Belmont for about 5 years, and worked for a couple of different local governments and private planning organisations. But around about 4 years ago, I actually left Perth via Sydney for a year and have now ended up in the USA, working initially in San Francisco for a large urban developer, doing an urban renewal project on a former US Navy shipyard and ballpark, stadium, baseball, and now currently working as a freelance planning consultant in Austin, Texas, and doing projects around the Central Texas area.
Oh, fascinating. You were a speaker at the Congress. Tell us a little bit about what you spoke about.
So I was talking about the dramatic change in the culture and the impressions of Austin as a city. For those that know Texas and those that know Austin, they really are quite polarised in the sense of their culture, their identity. Austin really does push a lot of the boundaries on what we typically define Texas as a place and as a state. So the talk I gave was basically about how Austin's reputation is beginning to be eroded by the fact that it's a very attractive city and people are actually moving there from all over the country and all over the world, like myself, bringing their own perspectives, their own ideas, and really starting to squeeze some of the creative types and some of the people that really contributed to that social capital out of the city, so that it really is becoming a lot more homogeneous and a lot more corporatized, which is a real threat to what many people in Austin would consider to be the identity and the charm.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you.
That's it for another Podbite, and we'll check in again later. Thanks, everybody.